All right, welcome back, everyone, and thank you all for tuning in. Today, I'm coming to you guys with another video of this great finance information that we drop daily. So, since we're already on the topic of American Express from our last video, I wanted to kind of bring up something and see what you guys think. Because for me, this is very hard, and this is a debate between which one of these cards is the better card. And out of these two cards, it's a really hard decision. I think it's very situational to what you're trying to do in your credit journey. But let's talk about the two cards that we're going to be talking about. If you know me, you probably know these cards. And these cards are, of course, two of my favorite cards. The Navy Federal More Rewards card, as well as the American Express Blue Everyday card. Now, when I tell you guys these two cards are near and dear to me, so it's really hard. So I want to see what you guys' opinion is on them and which ones you think is better. But I'm just going to give you guys some of the actual factuals, and then we can kind of like break it down together and see, what you guys like or what's your opinion. So the first card, of course, that we're going to step up to the plate with has to be the Navy Federal card first. So let's talk about the More Rewards card. We're looking at this card. It has, a $250 bonus right now. So, that's good. It spend $3,000, get $250 back. So it is kind of steep, but you do get 3 months to spend it. So it's like, it kind of makes you think about it. And it's telling you here, good for everyday spending, grocery shopping, good for average to excellent credit. So let's look here. No annual fee, no balance transfer fee, no foreign transaction fee, no cash advance fee. It's like, boom, right off the top, they hit you with 4 hard ones. Then you look over here at your interest rate. And your interest rate is 9.65% to 18% maximum. So that's already a beautiful place right here for your interest rate to be at. So, it's crazy when we look here. So now the next thing we're going to look at is your rewards. So for your rewards categories, you get 3% on restaurants and food delivery, 3% on supermarkets, 3% on gas and transit, and 1% on everything else. I say percent versus points because these points translate over evenly with the percentages. So for me, it's easier, more comfortable to say percent. So there you go there. Of course, here they're going to always put something up nice about their credit card that gets you rewards, best rewards, credit cards list, and all that good stuff. So boom, no rewards limits, entertainment access, roadside assistance comes with this, 25% off rental car plus rental car loss and damage insurance. Whew. That's crazy right there off rip. 24-hour access, ability to freeze and unfreeze your cards, all that good stuff. Access to your monthly FICO score. This is one that kind of can play a factor in there. Fraud notification, zero liability. So just wanted to get a card, make sure I got everything down that was its selling points. So now let's look over here at this other card. Let's look over here at the American Express blue everyday cash rewards card. So, or blue cash everyday card. So this card right here is a cashback card, but it was the closest card I could really find on the American Express arsenal, and the one that I particularly have to compare it to. So here with this card, 20% back on Amazon purchases for the first 6 months up to $200. So basically, if you spend $1,000 on Amazon, you get $200 back. So boom, that's a $200 sign-up bonus offer there. But this is really only applicable to people who use Amazon. And I think that's kind of overlooked because a lot of us, especially those of us who are younger like myself, I use Amazon for almost everything, whereas there's a lot of other people who do not use Amazon at all. So this isn't really a benefit to them. So it kind of hits the sign up bonus in a sense, because not everyone's going to use that $200 back. So then here you have $100 back after you spend $1,000. So that kind of equates, percentage wise to the actual sign up bonus on the more rewards. However, if you don't use Amazon, it limits you to only being able to get back this $100, which is 33% of what you can get with the more rewards. As well as, however, though, one of the benefits with the blue card, the blue everyday card, is that you get 6 months to spend the $1,000 in order to get the cash back. So it's a lot more reasonable for a lot of people who are on, lower incomes and have, have lower incomes, because they or are people who don't spend a lot of cash, because they get a lot more time to spend the money, rather than with the more rewards. I see a lot of people kind of rushing to try to figure out how can I spend this money quickly. So that's another thing to think about. Here you're earning 3% cash back on purchases from supermarkets on the first $6,000 of purchases per year. And then you get 1% back. So that's something to kind of think about. It's like, because it's only the first 6,000 that you spend. Whereas with the more rewards, it's unlimited. Here you get 2% cash back on gas stations, and at select department stores. This is kind of an advantage because the more rewards doesn't have the department stores. However, for the gas, it's not an advantage because the more rewards gives you 3%. However, I drive a hybrid, so in my particular case, this particular category doesn't matter that much for me because it's not a very high spending category for me. The next one, of course, 1% on everything else. So, that matches. This is just selling points, talking about using credit versus cash. Pay it, plan it. They have a payment plan that you can kind of set up with American Express, where it's almost like installment loans off your credit card. So that's kind of cool. Let's see, for travel benefits, global assist hotline. So, if anything happens, where a lawyer is needed, you get that global assist hotline. So that's kind of cool to think about. And you get purchase protection. That's that 0% liability that Navy Federal was talking about there. And here they just kind of break it down again. But then let's look at the interest rate here. You're looking at 13.99 to 23.99. So, the interest rates do range higher than they do for the more rewards card. So, looking at these two cards, and I also forgot to mention that the everyday card does have a 0% interest offer currently for 15 months. I believe it's down here. Yeah, here it is, or 12 months, sorry. 0% for the first 12 months. So, looking through these two cards, they have a lot of similar features. They have some features that are different. They both have really good selling points, and they're both great cards. However, it's so hard to look at both of these cards and determine which one is better. I feel like both cards are great cards. It just really depends on when you use either one of them or which one you can get approved for. I think for the long term, ultimately, the more rewards is the better card if you're going to keep the card for the long haul because of a potential, hardship. You're getting more points in those other categories, as well as you're getting a lower APR. So that's one of those things to kind of think about with more rewards. And then however, on the other hand, for the American Express card on the long term, if you had it with a 0% intro offer, that would be really good to kind of, take advantage of that 0% interest for a while. Like I said, for a short term card, there it is right there for 15 months right now. You're able to get that 0% interest, as well as it develops a relationship for you with American Express. Both of these cards also have access to American Express's, bonuses, the bonus rewards that they offer. So they're both great cards, both very similar cards. It's very hard to choose. It really depends on what your situation is. But it's like, because of the small nuances, both cards have cool looks. This card is a clear card. This card is a blue card, with a nice little globe and everything on it. It's like it's so hard to really decide which one is ultimately the better card. So I want to know, you guys give me your opinions. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.